Hello everybody and welcome back to I Was the Teenage Exocolonist. It is our last year. It's the final year of the game. And it's going to be the end of our first playthrough in the next episode. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're already at the end. Oh, and I don't even know what to do. I don't know what ending we're going to get. I mean, we've already gotten one ending, but that was a special ending. I don't know what to do. We're just gonna have to play it cool, okay? We'll play it cool. We're gonna take things one at a time. And then we'll see what happens. So, fingers crossed. I do know that I want to, first things first, I want to check on, command. I was told to go to command as soon as possible, and somebody mentioned Secret Friends Club, so that might be something that happens. Oh? You're catching up with Nem between her drills when she looks over your shoulder and frowns. Newton's bloody apple, she curses, seeming to shrink behind you. She's here again. You turn, and at the other end of the garrison you can see a small crowd of young soldiers forming around Chief Steward Attestant. She's handing out lunch tiffins and doing out hugs to anyone who comes within melee range, which is quite a few of them. You've noticed just from hanging out around the garrison, even some of the transplanted Helio soldiers have started calling her Auntie. This must be why. She comes by every couple of days, Nem grumbles, like we're still kids in the creche playing in her skirts. It's so disruptive. Eventually, the crowd around Antecedent thins, and she makes it over to you and Nem. She greets you with a warm hug. She smells nice, like flour and yeast. Hello, Yabby, she says. Have you eaten? Not yet, Auntie. She smiles fondly and hands you a tiffin, still warm. It's important to keep your strength up, my love, she says, and pats you on the cheek. Antecedent turns to Nem. You can almost feel the temperature in the room drop several degrees as Nem stonily stares down at her mother. Antecedent's smile grows thin, and she clutches the handles of her basket. How about you, Annie? Have you eaten? Do you need... Nem scowls and crosses her arms. I'm fine, she says, cutting off her mother. Just like I was yesterday and last week. I don't need you to manage me. If you're sure, Antecedent responds hesitantly. It's a mother's job to worry, Annie. She reaches out to lay her hand on Nem's scaly cheek, but Nem jerks backwards and slaps her hand away. Nem! Oh yeah? Nem retorts. You just sit around and worry? Must be nice. I bet you'd like it if that was all I did too, huh? If I quit being a soldier and spent all day cuddling babies and wiping noses and fixing clothes like you did? Nice and safe in the creche forever? Nem! Nem turns her frightening scowl on you. Stay out of this, Yabby. No, I will not. I am included. I never thought that, Annie, she says, laying her hand on her heart. I worry because I love you, and I always will. I'm just doing what I can to keep you safe. Love doesn't keep anyone safe, Nem exclaims, raising her voice enough that some of the soldiers turn their heads to watch. Her thunderous expression convinces most of them to get back to their business. Nem clenches her fists. Love didn't keep Calm safe, did it? She says, her voice breaking. There's no amount of love or worry on this whole stupid planet that could do that. So you should just stop, okay? Stop, or go do something actually useful. I'm never gonna be like you. I'm gonna fight. Oh, no. Vase peels off from his unit and jogs over to stand behind Nem. You okay, babe? He asks, putting his hand on an enemy's shoulder. She covers it with her own and angles her body towards him. Yeah, everything's just galactic, Nem mutters. My mom was just about to tell me again how much she wishes I would give up being a soldier so I could pop out babies and be safe. Is Vase telling you that? 'Cause Antecedent would never say that. Antecedent sputters, trying to explain herself, but Vase beats her to it. Anemone is an exemplary soldier, Chief Steward, he says calmly. I know it's hard for a mother to accept, but we're all much safer for her service to the colony. He puts one finger under Nem's chin, talking directly to her. And remember, Nemi, that we exist to protect people like your mother. To preserve the bond between parents and their children. Propaganda! Vase gives Antecedent a stiff smile. If the stars align, one day we won't lose any more sons. A soft "oh" escapes Antecedent as she blots one of her eyes. Oh, you are one of the good ones, aren't you? She says, clearly trying not to cry. Just walking in the footsteps of the good men and women who served before me, ma'am, Vase replies. We couldn't do it without you keeping the hearth lit for us. Speaking of, I'll take lunch if you have any left. Antecedent laughs and hands him a tiffin from her basket, then goes up on her toes to give him a quick hug. Over her shoulder, Vase shoots a cheeky wink at Nem, who rolls her eyes and snorts. Ugh, I don't like that. Why are you being so mean to your mom? She didn't even do anything. Alright, it's time to go to command, so what can we do? We could visit the supply depot. How about we work in the depot? What will this get us? Organizing and persuasion. We could do with some more organizing. What does this one give? Oh, perception. We definitely don't need more perception. I don't know if you could tell. You're scrolling through a holo novel beside the desk when Tangent comes in. She pauses and looks uncomfortable when she sees you and Mars looking at her, and quickly disappears into the shelves. You and Mars shrug. A few minutes later, Tang comes up to the counter and drops a fistful of candy. She shifts from foot to foot as you ring her up, jostling up and down and rubbing her stomach. I also need something from behind the counter, she says quietly. Some medicine. You ask her what she needs, and she mumbles the name. You can't hear her. Can you repeat that? She mumbles it again, a little louder. Mars stifles a giggle. I'm sorry, what? Tang rolls her eyes. Stars, she curses. I need fart pills, okay? That stupid alien bacteria and all the weird native food made my stomach upset. OMG, Mars laughs. You have blue gut? Really? Tang, the perfect, has blue farts. Tang crosses her arms and looks miserable. You give Mars a questioning look. Blue gut? Mars says. You know, when you keep farting and farting all this, like blue dusty stuff? Mars leans over the counter to get a better look at Tang's backside. Oh no, she says dramatically. White was not the best color to wear today, Tangent. Your butt's as blue as Yabby's hair. Mars cackles as Tang anxiously cranes her neck to look at her rear. Liar, Tang mumbles, not meeting your eyes. Just give me the pills, please. I don't want to talk about myself and my stupid body. I'll be nice. Oh, dang it. Sorry, Tangent. I'll give you something later to make up for it. Okay, so nothing happened in command today. But maybe if we come back every season, something will happen. I was told specifically, what did someone say? Somebody said to go to command right after Vertumnalia, so we can always do that as well. There we go. That took a little bit. Boop-a-doop. Oh, as usual for this time of year, your dreams have been more vibrant and invasive. Oh yeah, it's our birthday. You have trouble distinguishing dream from reality during the day, and you dread falling asleep at night. Huh? How did that hot-eye get into your bedroom? Oh, from a past life. What? Is this because of the wormhole? Let's follow it for a little bit. You chase it out of your balcony door and find yourself on a thickly wooded path, the mushwood pressing in close on every side. The light is weird here, pink and glittering, casting teal shadows. The hop-eye disappears down a hole in the ground, and without thinking you dive after it, squeezing your shoulders to fit through. You tumble into a cave, beautiful and surreal, shimmering with a light that seems to come from within. When you take a step forward, granules of pink sand crunch underfoot. The cave opens out to a forest that seems lifted from a fairy tale. The sunlight beams through breaks in trees, illuminating a path of mushroom-ringed stepping stones that lead you to a small cottage. You spot the hop-eye hurrying further down the path. Let's visit the cottage. You don't meet anyone in the cottage, but it isn't empty. There's something alive in the old green crate at the back of the cottage. It's banging furiously, jiggling the latch, demanding to be let out. You lift the lid and find yourself falling into the empty box. You land hard on solid ground, your breath whooshing from you. It's hot here, impossibly hot. The twin suns beat down on you, burning your skin on contact, and the air is almost painful to breathe. In all directions stretches a barren wasteland of dead trees, like bones puncturing the dry skin of the planet. You rise from the dusty, cracked earth and begin to walk, stumbling over the bones of unknown creatures. You don't know where you're walking, only that the horizon doesn't change. The red sky just stretches overhead, like a great bowl of heat pressing down on you. A great roar shakes you, and you turn to see a chimeric nightmare, a manticore, but with Governor Lum's face. He towers over you from a podium, his claws clacking and his tail thrashing as he proselytizes. We primeval forest felling, he chants. We the rivers stemming, piercing deep from the mines within. We the surface broad surveying, we the virgin soil upheaving. Overhead the sky is streaked with smoke. You hear a rumbling in the distance. I'm gonna stand to face it. I hate your poems. You plant your legs and refuse to look away from the beast. With a yell from behind you, Mars appears and swings a sword made of light at the Lum abomination. Its head rolls across the dirt, but it continues to speak. You turn from the scene and walk away, feeling the memory of it cling to you as you push and claw your way through to another reality. You stumble forwards into a dark glowing forest. Blessedly cool air brushes your cheeks, thick with moisture and making your face wet, as if you've been crying. The path wends upwards, flanked by humanoid figures carrying candles. Some are wearing robes, some armor, some lab coats and envirosuits in formal wear. Some are elderly, some barely 10 years old. All turn to look at you, and you realize with a jolt, they're you. Every single one of them is you. You see yourself reflected in their eyes as they gaze upon you dispassionately, a line of possibilities stretching out as far as you can see. The hotbite crouches between the ranks and gazes solemnly out as you pass. Oh God. You follow steadily upward, feeling their unflinching gaze follow you. Overhead, the wormhole hangs in the sky like an overripe fruit, bending the heavy branch of space and time towards you. It's so close, you feel as if you could touch it. You stretch your hand out, seeking. You wake up. Milky, quiet sunlight pours through your window. Gain status insomnia. Oh no! Flakes of bromide snow piling up against glass. You feel as tired as when you went to bed. It's your birthday. You're 19 years old. Only one more year as a teenager. Maybe only one more year alive, depending on how things go. Oh, I'm stressed out. That's not good. What is this? We need to talk about Governor Lum. Mars is quiet for a long time, considering something. Okay, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, she says. Looking around to make sure no one is listening, she pulls you a little closer. I'm already working on that, she confesses. You remember the secret fun time club? I know you stopped coming after the big attack and the Helios arrived, but lately, I've been thinking, we should really try to make a difference. If we can convince enough council members that Lum is bad news, we can actually remove him from power. Mars calls the meeting of the SFC into order with a grim expression. Oh, Belated Wolf, you were telling me you commented on the last one mentioning the secret Fun Times Club needs a meeting. At first I thought you were joking, and then I was like, no, wait, this is a hint, isn't it? It was. I cannot just stand by while Governor Lum ruins everything we've built here, she says, clenching her fist on the table. He might know how to hold a gun, but he doesn't know how to lead a colony. From now on, this club is going to focus on getting Governor Lum out of power and getting someone competent in it. We have from now until Vertumnalia to somehow convince the other council members that he's gotta go. That's not a lot of time, Mars! I agree, Cal says, and everyone turns to him in surprise. What? He continues defensively. Lum's a jerk. All he cares about is killing animals. It's better for the whole planet if he's gone. Mars steeples her fingers, but the question is, who would we get to replace him? Obviously, I think I'm a great candidate, but I'm willing to consider other options. Oh, need persuasion 50 or greater and need rebellion 70 or greater? I could be governor? What? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go with Mars. I could be governor, and you know what? I'm even gonna save so I could come back to this at some point and get this ending, because I'm pretty sure there's like an ending about it. But this is my many years late apology to Mars for choosing Dees over her as my new best friend. I know that you were being a little bit of a punk, but you've definitely grown up. You deserve it. So, I agree. It should be Mars. Cal looks worried. No offense, Mars, but are you really gonna stop the soldiers from killing the animals? Look, Cal, Mars says, spreading her hands wide. I don't want hunters going out and not coming back either. Maybe we can find a safer, more efficient way to deal with the animals, yeah? Sounds ominous. Cal doesn't look convinced. Mars gathers everyone close. So the plan is, we campaign in all the departments, geophonics, engineering, the garrison, the quarters, explorations, and here in command. Try to soften up all 6 council members and get them on your side. Okay, wait. Geophonics today, engineering, the garrison, the quarters, explorations, and if I could get command right before Vertumnalia, it might work. We might be able to get to all of them. That's what we have to do, right? We have to go to each place and do something there. I think we're gonna try. Try to keep this on the down low. Then at the next Vertumnalia festival, we surprise the governor with a spontaneous council vote and replace him. He'll never see it coming. Oh, I hope this works! Alright, where to start? Well, geophonics is Cal. That would be easy, right? Maybe antecedent? I don't know who would be the best to start with. I think pretty much all of them don't want him in power. The question is who would be the easiest to convince. Oh, Instance! Instance hates him! Oh, engineering. Wait, what is this gonna give me? One engineering, one reasoning, except my mental skill is reduced because I have insomnia. Listen, gaming yabby, I have insomnia in real life and you don't see me whining about it. Just kidding, you can whine about whatever you want. Engineering! After work, you ask Chief Engineer Instance for a few minutes of her time. She allows you into her office and begrudgingly listens as you explain that you and Mars intend to hijack the elections at the next Virtunalia. When you're finished, she heaves a long, suffering sigh and pinches the bridge of her nose with her fingers. Why in the world would I support this plan, she says. We're barely surviving as it is. Lum is right, the planet is at war with us. Every year we come closer and closer to total annihilation. Is this really the time for dissent? If we don't dissent now, it's never gonna happen. He's like a clenched fist that's slowly clenching further. We don't have a lot of time, Instance. Instance gestures to her office. Every horizontal surface is covered with experiments. He may not be the most suited to the job, but do you see anyone else with the time on their hands to run a colony? The idiot does the least damage where he is, doing busy work and making stupid motivational videos. What if I could persuade you? We could try? 99? Oh, shit! 8, 5, oh, no, wait. 3, 4, 5, 4, oh, 5, 5. That's not bad. Social. 7, minus 3 kudos. Mars is always stealing my kudos. Oh, wait, 8. What? What's happening? 1 slot. Why is it getting minused? Oh! That's why. Alright, well, we don't need that one. 5, 3. I might need to add points somewhere. 35. Okay, 30, 30. So it'll be another 35. Come on, we can do it! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll do some little laddle. Yes! We got 1! Instance hasn't survived this long under a hostile regime by being soft. It's hard to convince her that you have a chance to oust Lum, but she does like to win, and she appreciates a good game of 8-dimensional political chess. If you win the election, and you convince her you will, she'll be free. Well, she says, sitting back in her chair, it seems you might actually be cut out to be our next governor. You have my support. She gives you a stern look. When you strike to kill, she says. If Lum knows I'm moving against him, he'll put me on the wall. Actually, I want you to vote for Marzipan. Instance stares at you for a long time as if sizing up your mettle. Calculations go on behind your eyes you can barely hope to understand. Good, she says finally. Tell her she can count on me. Oh, we got 1. Oh my god! Wait, how am I supposed to do this if I'm stressed out? Where's a place I can relax? I can relax in geophonics, right? Would that work? It might just work. We might be fucked. You find some time alone, with the chief cultivator to talk about your plan to peacefully depose Lum. Oh, perfect. Thank goodness it's Cal. Talk to Cal. You don't even get to the part where you explain how much better off the colony would be without Lum before Cal cuts you off. You have my vote, he says. Or Mars does, whoever you think is best. Do you have, a sentient triplet I could vote for? Literally anything is better than Lum and his stupid war on nature. Well, that was an easy one. You can count on Cal to have a good head on his shoulders. Oh, thank goodness. Cal, thank you. We'll keep both of those. Minus 100 stress. All right. Oh, shit. Somebody told me to keep an eye on Dees, too. Dees? Sorry, Dees. I've been busy planning a rebellion. How you doing, buddy? Egg? I gave egg. Oh! You spot Rex sitting on the second floor of an unfinished building, his feet dangling over the edge. He waves at you and gestures for you to come sit next to him. Hey, Abby, he says, shooting you a tight smile before looking over the rest of the colony. From here you can see the garrison soldiers marching around in formation, with Vase at the head. Rex watches them with an uneasy expression. Did Nomi fall down a well? Rex musters up another smile. That's a good one, he says. You always know how to brighten my day. You have one more surprise up your sleeve, though. You open a bag and pull out the dust melon you've lugged over from the canteen. Rex brightens and makes grabby motions with his hand. Yes, he exclaims, my hero! Rex tears into the soft rind of the melons with his fingers and splits it in between the two of you. You sit together and watch Vase bark orders to the other young soldiers. What a bunch of drones! Not all of them, Rex says. Some of them are pretty nice, but everyone on the Helio listens to Vase, you know? And he doesn't like me, so that means I've always been an outsider, whether I wanted it or not. They're friendly to me, I guess, but it's not the same as having friends. Not like you, or Nomi. It's fine, though, he says, shrugging dismissively. You don't have to like someone to hook up with them. I kinda like being the one everyone comes to if they want to have a good time. What's the deal with you and Vase? Rex's mouth twists and he spits a dust melon seed over the edge of the building. It's a long story and not a fun one, he says, avoiding your gaze. I'd rather not drag it up again, honestly. Give me the short version? Rex frowns as he scratches his nose, still looking out at the assembled garrison soldiers. The short version is that Vase isn't really the hero he tells everyone he is, he says softly. He's just a bully. Everyone acts like they like him, but they're just afraid of what he'll do if they step out of line. That's the impression I get, too. Rex nods with a slow acceptance of someone who's long made peace with their situation. Yeah, it sucks, he agrees. It's just... Vase wasn't always like this, Rex says. He used to be kinda like me, a small weird kid with a chip in his shoulder, who just really wanted people to respect him. He runs his fingertips thoughtfully over his left forearm, where a gnarled scar winds over the bone. Well, he got it, Rex continues. He looks like he might say more, but goes quiet for a few seconds instead. I wish it was different, he says eventually. I wish he was different. We could have been friends, maybe. The garrison soldiers break from formation and you watch them approach Vase. He sweeps her up in his arms and swings her around. You can hear her delighted laughter from here. Rex watches this with a frown. Anemone and I don't know each other very well, he says. Probably because Vase is telling her all kinds of lies about me, but I'm a little scared for her, you know? She doesn't know what he's capable of. She doesn't! She's falling into the trap! A frog in boiling water! Rex straightens and puts on a happier face. I don't want to waste my day talking about Vase, though, he says firmly. Not when there's friends to talk to and a whole world to explore and dust melon to eat. He splits off another segment of dust melon and eats it with gusto, laughing as the juice dribbles on his mostly bare chest. And baths to have, I guess, he giggles, wiping up the juice and licking it off his fingers, seemingly without a care in the world. Aw, buddy. Alright, here's what I'm gonna try. I'm going to go out exploring, because I feel like this is going to take a lot of persuasion, so I'm going to go to the ridges, where I could probably get a lot of those flowers, and then along the way, we'll talk to explorations, and we'll talk to our boyfriend. That is my plan. Hopefully it works. Come on, out of everyone, Utopia has to be one of the people who will listen to me. He crushed her hand for slightly disagreeing. Hang on, I'll talk with you in a second. I need more flowers. Can Sim just, get a manticore to eat Lum? Specifically Lum. Just one human, just one little bite. Just a nice chomp. That would solve a lot of problems for me. And then we could go on more dates. Oh, Sim wants to talk. Yes, baby. How is my boyfriend doing? Sim nods as you approach. Just the human I wanted to see, he says with a solemn smile. The Overseer would like to speak to you again. Okay. Sim leads you to the same cave as before. Nothing has changed, and you get the impression that nothing much does change here. You place your hands on the handles of the array and wait. We have thought over our conversation, you feel the Overseer in your mind. We considered that symbiosis may be corrupt and in need of reabsorption, but his affection for your species is genuine, so we have an offer to make you. Humans wield godlike powers, but lack the capacity to understand the consequences of your actions. The Overseer explains, you have no connection to the land you claim beyond the short, brutal window of your own consciousness. So we offer you this. We will not eradicate your colony. Instead, you will be tended to, just as the gardeners tend to rest off this planet. To the rest of this planet, you will be given fresh water, clean air, and good soil, and be protected from outside harm. That sounds like a zoo! In exchange, humans will stay within their colony and limit their population growth as to maintain the balance within the habitat. You will not leave this territory to procure more resources. You will cease all hunting, logging, and expansions outside of your valley. Wait, like a human nature reserve? That's what I was thinking. More or less, the Overseer responds. You are a curiosity to us, as well as a sentient species. We would like to preserve you, without endangering the ecological balance of the planet. Now you will go and convince the others of your species to agree to our compromise. That doesn't seem like a good compromise, though. I don't know. But if this is the only offer we'll get... I mean, they're not gonna give us anything else, right? I doubt it. I don't know. Maybe if I say yes, they'll come back with a better offer, but either way, this seems like the best option. I'll try my best. You don't know... You say you don't know if there's any way to convince Governor Lum to agree to this. Well, maybe Mars will agree to it if we fucking kill Lum. Well, we don't have to kill him, but I would very much like to. The Overseer seems to accept this. An envoy will visit Glow Season to discuss it formally, it replies. To be clear, an armed envoy. You suggest making yourselves look non-threatening by then. Who do I talk to this about? Sim embraces you as you remove your hands from the array. Thank you, he murmurs into your hair. I fought hard for them to consider options other than eradication. I'm glad my trust in you was rewarded. As Sim leads you back to the surface, you quietly wonder at him. This man, or rather, this ancient artificial intelligence resembling a man, has pushed his directives to the limit to help humanity. His interest started with mere curiosity, but over time, he's come to love humans and value your survival. Has he made a mistake? I hope not, because we're dating. But wait, what was that card? Sim's curiosity. Oh, is he on the menu now? Wait, we gotta see this. There's my boyfriend! Oh, why does he have to be so far away? I want to see your beautiful face. Come over here. Dees is an entirely different person when he's outside the colony walls. Without people constantly trying to correct his asocial behavior, it's like he's blossomed into someone who's actually confident, and someone who didn't blow up the colony walls. The more time you spend with him out there, the more glimpses you catch of the real Dees. Bet you can't do this, he says, jumping off a huge boulder and doing a cool roll at the end. Wait, no, bet you can't do it with your eyes closed, I can. You and Dees convert around, daring each other to do more and more dangerous things. Dees isn't scared of anything. You think you see something up on one of the plateaus above you. The cliffside is covered in convenient vines. Oh! Somebody said that I could do poly with Dees and Sim, so if I kiss him, I'm not gonna get in trouble with Sim, right? Do it! Dees goes pale. What? No, that's not the same, he exclaims. You're cheating. Wow, you might have found the one thing Dees is actually scared of. He insists you pick a real dare. Okay, I'll race you to the next checkpoint. You're off before he can even finish the sentence. Dees hollering, no fair, as you leave him in the dust. The two of you run on and continue your day. Aw, I will get rid of a little bit of stress. Or, well, I will add a little bit of stress to spend time with Dees. I've got two hands after all. I can date two dark-haired, mysterious boys. I'm starting to think I might have a type. There weren't as many flowers as I'd hoped they'd be, but we're out of time. You managed to partner yourself with the Chief Surveyor herself on the next expedition. It's the perfect chance to talk to her about Governor Lum, but she beats you to it! Oh, this was easier trekking down when we had hoverbacks, Utopia says, and she hauls herself up to a particularly difficult stretch of terrain. She reaches back to help you up. That villain Lum's using them all to search for aliens now. Like that's not like finding a needle in a haystack. He sent half my teams out to the swamps now. She gestures at her empty holster. Without weapons, I might add. He's bleeding us dry out here. She scrubs the back of her hand across her mouth. That snake of a man thinks every little thing is war. I don't like getting attacked by animals neither, but I sure miss being able to explore this planet without Lum getting his paws all over my division and taking my resources for his damn messy war. Funny you should mention. You tell Utopia about Mars's plan to overthrow Lum at the next Virtunalia. She seems excited by the prospect. You forget how young she is compared to the other council members. Sounds stellar, she says, clapping you on the back. The question is, who you got in mind to replace him? Marzipan! Mars? Utopia drawls. Really? Isn't she well, she's young. She crosses her arms and gives it a thought. Well, I was only 22 when I became Chief Surveyor, I guess. It isn't too far-fetched, but why Mars? What's she gonna do different than that chauvinistic flow cow's ours? Pitch me. Alright. It's an easy persuasion challenge, at least. Ooh, plus I got the 12 one. 12, 5, 4, and you know what? 29's actually not that bad. But what if I... Oh, 5-5. Perfect. Oh, we got this in the bag. 6, 4, 4, 4. And not... Hi, boyfriend. Okay. 9, 4, 4, 3. Oh, yes! You and Utopia set out for a hard day's work surveying. As you work, you explain your plan, how Mars will do everything she can to protect Vertumna once she's a governor. I know a lot of people are nervous about Mars being governor, and I know I could have taken her place, which I want to. I think that'd be a cool ending to explore, maybe next time, or maybe we'll go for a different ending. You let me know in the comments. But I think that Mars, at least Mars, is willing to learn. Like in all of the times where we've stood up to her in the past, she learns from it. She's not like Lum, who won't listen to anyone and will crush your hand. Utopia listens patiently to your pitch for her vote, giving you ample opportunity to explain your position. By the time the second sun is beginning to set and it's time to head back to the transport, you've made a solid ally. Utopia slings her arm around your shoulders as you walk back. Here's a tip from one young buck to another. Don't let anybody ever tell you you're too young, she says. You've been here on Vertumna just as long as any of us have. True. I wonder if we need everybody or if we just need the majority. I don't know, but either way, we gotta keep going. Yes, go home. We have plans! Ugh. I'm so stressed out. I'm scared of the garrison. We'll save the most stressful that will... we should probably do it now. Let's see. Let's do defense training. You meet with Security Chief Red, knowing he'll be a tough sell on this whole political coup business. He sits behind his desk, hands clasped, listening intently as you explain how you and Mars plan to depose Lum during the next Vertumnalia festival. When you're done, he shakes his head and sits back. You're not an idiot, Yabby. You know what you're asking me to do. Yeah, and I know you don't like Lum. That you don't like him a lot. He crushed Utopia's hand, and you're gonna say that's okay? Having the garrison on your side would make this a military coup, he tells you. If you learned Earth history, you know those aren't a good look. Why should I support you? I can't say it'll be peaceful. That's a fucking lie. Mars is the future of this colony is the one I have to go for. Rhett laughs. You're a regular little politician on the campaign trail, aren't you? You've got a lot of guts asking me to remove a professional soldier from leadership during a time of war and replace him with a child. Well, who started the war? Answer me that! Why the hell shouldn't I go to Governor Lum right now? Now that there's mutiny underfoot. What if I keep going? Lum screwed up and you know it. You described the governor's irresponsible antics during the attack in your 6th year, when you used all the mining explosives in 2 faceless. That's true, Rhett rubs his temple. He didn't warn us he'd planted those explosives and ordered 2 squads brought through the minefield to draw faceless in. As a soldier himself, Lum should have known better. Oh, we're gonna get his vote! He wanted it to be a surprise, the moron. He gives you a significant look. I can't tell you that I support your plan to overthrow the government, he says carefully. But if the opportunity arose to cast my vote against Lum, I would do so according to my heart. Yes! I thought that was gonna be a lot harder! 9, 8, 7, 7, 6. Yes! Ho ho ho! I lost 3 kudos, it's fine. Mars is bleeding me dry even as I'm campaigning for her. I should be getting paid. I'm her campaign manager. Alright, what next? Let's try... Antecedent? Antecedent. Help in the kitchens. Anne is easy to track down. She's in the rebuilt creche, giving a bottle to one of the new babies. Despite everything, people are still having babies. It's incredible to think. Oh, Yabby, she says, giving you a gentle smile. Would you mind passing me that canteen? It's just, I reach out, pick up the canteen, and hold it out to her, and I'm like, want to join a coup? You hand the canteen that'd been just out of her reach, and she juggles the bottle to hold it and the baby in one hand while she takes a grateful drink. Never enough hands, she says. Someone should figure out how to give us telekinesis. Let's see science work on that, She laughs, which rocks the baby in her arms. What can I do for you, Yabby? Maybe we should cover the baby's ears. I don't know if they should be hearing about political overthrowing. Well... Anne listens patiently as you explain the plan to force a vote at the next Virtunalia to depose Lum. When you're done, she sets the bottle down and lifts the baby onto her shoulder to burp. That's quite the plan, she says, rubbing the baby's back. You've come a long way from when you were this little. I'm proud of you for sticking to your guns no matter what happens. So, can we count on your vote? The icon hasn't come up yet. Anne makes a thoughtful noise. Well, I'm not one for fighting any wars on nature. Honestly, I'm so busy with the living quarters and the kitchens and the creche, I barely pop my head outside these days, but... Oh, I do just love to do what's best for us. He's a little empty in the noggin, but he surrounds himself with good people, and that's what matters to me. Oh, you're gonna be tough. The baby lets out a wet-sounding burp, and Anne coos at it. Great job, good work, better out than in. Well, Anne says, turning her attention back to you, what do the others think? If they're on board, I don't mind chipping in a vote to make it a majority. I have 4 votes! Oh, look at you, Anne says fondly. You're really serious, aren't you? How wonderful to see you all grown up. Somewhere in the creche, a baby starts to cry. Anne stands up and excuses herself. You'll have my vote, dear heart, she says. You can count on your Auntie Cena, just like always. Oh, thank you, Auntie. She was like, oh, I do trust Lum. Wait, where was it? She said, I do trust Lum to do what's best for us, and I was like, will you vote for me, Auntie? And she was like, yeah, why not? You have 4 votes already. Oh, thank goodness. All right, let's see. 5, 8, 15, 8, 5, 3, 2, 2. There we go. Oh, goodness. I know this is the end of the month, but I need to see this through. I can't stop now. We gotta keep going. I'm so stressed out. We only have 1 person left. Oh, should I go through with it? You know what? We're doing this now. We're doing this right now. We'll do the rest of the year next time. But right now, it's time to go to command after I gift everyone. Where you'd normally find Rex and Nomi playing together, you only find Rex. You ask him where Nomi is and he shrugs. Sorry, I don't know. They mentioned they were kinda under the weather. They're probably leveling their Legends of Avamar character. You could try messaging them on their holopalm. You thank Rex and go back to your room. You get comfortable on your bed and load up Nomi's private Legends of Avamar server. Back on Earth, there would have been thousands of people playing this game, but now it's just a brave few nerds. Just as Rex said, Nomi's logged into one of their characters and they send you a message. Hey! Sorry if you were looking for me. I feel super crummy, so I'm gonna spend time on an Avamar. I'm leveling an alt right now. If you make a new Kara, I'll help you with the first group quests. What kind of character do you want to play? Ooh. I don't have time for this? Hell no! Wizard! You log into the game with your new character after spending a few minutes having a minor existential crisis over their name. You eventually give up and name them after yourself. Nomi is waiting for you with their new character, Mydreus, an elven archer with long red hair. They jump up a few times in your general direction. Your character is so cute! Let's play! Okie dokie, let's go! They look so cool! Oh, yes! You do the first quest with Nomi. Their character is a little more powerful than yours, so there's lots of time to chat. Nomi keeps up a running banter about your adventures, typing as if they're speaking for their character. Ooh, RPG, I like it. Fear my bow, meddlesome creatures! The forest will not miss your presence. It's hard not to notice how much more serious and well-spoken Nomi seems when they're writing in character instead of speaking. You didn't know that you had it in them. Do you play along? Yes, forsooth I do. You type back, Arcane power, seal thine fate. Nomi sends you a string of hearts. You play for a bit until you have to stop and sell your loot at the vendor, marveling at the accessories you'll be able to buy when you have some more gold. Nomi opens a trade window with you and plunks a necklace to it. It's one of the expensive ones, with a huge increase in stat. It's galactic. I thought it would look good on you, heart, heart, heart. I'm sorry, Nomi, I'm taken, maybe another time. Except without saying anything. Also, anyone watching, let me know in the comments who you'd like me to romance in the next one, and also who you think should be my best friend. Accept it without saying anything. You accept the necklace and put it on your character. Nice stats. You and Nomi battle your way through a knoll encampment and stand face to face with the big bad Graz Magpelt. Nomi readies their bow. Heroes, we are called to battle! Alright. 666. Oh, no, wait. No! Why do you always do this? Alright, that's not that bad. Oh, definitely not that bad. 5, 4, 3, 2, nice! You stand victorious over Graz's Madge Belt. When you click out the loot window, you have a message waiting from Nomi. Our bond is greater than any evil that may befall this land. The power of true love conquers all. Nomi sends you a kissing emoji, then a string of question marks. Wait, what? Don't be weird. OMG, ha ha ha, it's just in the game. For our characters, sure. Yay! Oh my god, I'm happy you get it, LMAO. Alright, fine. You wait a few minutes while Nomi composes their message. Finally, they send you. Mydra's Twee Whisper turns and embraces Yabby in their strong arms. My love, they say. Stand by your side, I would hazard any foe. Nothing frightens me more than the prospect of a life without you. The fiery-haired archer bends to kiss their lips to Yabby's, sealing their love with a kiss. You log off the game and open a chat window with Nomi. What do you say? That was really fun! Oh my god, yeah, thank you! I had so much fun too! LMAO, maybe I will use it for inspiration for my manga, ha ha ha! I sure don't like anyone like that, OMG. Sometimes I feel like everyone's a big ball of hormones here. Like all of a sudden everyone cares about doing smutty stuff and I'm just sitting here like, yuck! Actually, I'm like Ace in real life, so I feel that way too. Oh, Worm? That's so cool! Demi Ace? Yes! Oh, yes! That's so cool to see! Because it's like, okay, I might be interested in it someday, but, I think I'd really like to have to like someone first, you know? Oh, I get it. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, like maybe or maybe not. Nomi's good out here. I'm not really thinking about it right now. I just can't imagine liking someone that much. Or them liking me that much, ha ha ha. But, no ways. Thank you for playing with me. Sometimes it's easier to talk about this stuff when I get to pretend to be someone else, you know? Understandable. Oh, for a second I was really worried. I forgot that I was doing, like, a character conversation, and I thought that the Vertunalia thing was gonna pop up, and I was like, no! Alright. It's time. The last one. Seek, please listen to me. Bring the Overseer's deal to Governor Lum. He's not gonna listen. We have to wait until Mars. If Mars gets the governorship, she'd probably listen better. Hopefully. Lum's not gonna listen. We know that for sure. He'll probably stab me, or crush my hand, or turn me into pollen. I don't know. Let's delivering supplies was specifically for Seek, right? Let's try that one. Getting Chief Administrator Seek alone is fairly easy. No one wants to spend time around them if they don't have to. You explain that you're intending to hijack the elections at Vertunalia in order to depose Governor Lum. The more you speak, the more it's clear that Seek's already on board. Yes! Finally, they say, rubbing their hands together with a look of unbridled glee. I was waiting for everyone to realize what an imbecile he is. The man barely knows how to read. So can we count on your vote? It depends, Seek replies. You're not the only person with ideas around here. I was planning on making a go at Governor myself. They extend their hand to you, rubbing two fingers together. Unless you can provide significant motivation to throw myself behind your cause instead. You're not certain wants to be governor and is easily bribed is a great combination, but this is what you're working with here. Seek gives you a slimy smile. Seek, I thought better of you. Fine. Seek's thin lips curl into a smile. You will? That's marvelous news. I'm glad we have an accord. You will have my support when it comes time to depose Lum, so long as I have yours when it comes time to vote on a new governor. Mars is incensed when you report back that you didn't technically secure Seek's vote. You calm her down by reminding her that it's not about who becomes governor, it's about getting Lum out. When it comes down to it, you're pretty sure no one supports Seek for governor. That is true, I didn't think about that. People don't really like them very much. So as long as they stand up and support your call for Lum to step down, you're not concerned about the vote that comes after. Alright. We got everyone. Vertumnalia's next. Oh! I don't know what that did, but perfect. Oh, it's time! Governor Lum enters the colony square to his customary bombastic fanfare. Brass band, red carpet, banners with the Heliopause logo snapping in the hot dust breeze. It's disgusting. The governor gets his usual tithe of applause from die-hard soldiers, but it's obvious how tired and fearful everyone has become in service to his war. You catch Mars's eyes. She nods in solidarity. You've planned this for so long, and now it's your chance to strike while everyone is watching. If you could get the entire council to speak out against Lum today, maybe the rest of the colony is ready for a change. Anyone is better than Lum, even a teenager. The governor raises his hand for silence, though it's largely unnecessary. Pioneers of Vertumna, he begins. We stand here today not shivering and quaking in fear, but with our hands around the neck, he makes a ringing gesture, of the planet itself. Before he can continue, Mars leaps from her seat and runs to the front of the stage. A ripple of fear goes through the crowd. You all remember what happened to Utopia last year. It doesn't have to be like this, she cried, speaking to the crowd. We don't have to listen to him. He's just a bully with a gun, like the ones we left behind on Earth. I'm joining Mars at the stage! You put yourself between her and Lum's honor guard. She flashes you a giddy, grateful smile and turns back to the crowd. She points to the governor. This man has made you think that the only way to survive is through violence, she says. He's just a soldier, and not even a good one. Violence only makes small, weak men feel powerful. She turns to the council. He's not powerful. We're powerful. We broke free from Earth. We broke free of war and bigotry and inequality, and we can break free of him too. Please, she urges, stand with me. Reject Lum and bring in a new era, a colony led by someone born among the stars. She holds her hand to her chest. Me, I can lead this colony. Oh no! I have to say it. Otherwise, Seek's gonna back out. We gotta do it. Mars, please understand. Boop. Mars looks at you in barely disguised shock. Them? She exclaims. They've worked the closest with Lum this whole time and they did nothing. I'm sorry, Mars, I had to. She looks beseechingly at the council. This colony needs to be led by someone with conviction, not someone who will align with themselves with whoever's in power. This colony needs me. I will be your next governor, if you'll have me. The buzz of the crowd is deafening, like a swarm of bugs all chirping together. Some of the council members are nodding, but it isn't unanimous. This is bullshit, Lum laughs. 2 children saying they can lead the colony. What's their first order of business? Taco Tuesday? Soy sweets for dinner? He waves his hand dismissively. Have your stupid vote, he sneers. We'll let the council decide. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see his guards with their weapons lowered, just waiting. Some of them look as interested in the change in leadership as you are. If you have the council behind you, even Lum supporters in the military could fall in line. You might just win. Oh no, here it comes! The council deliberates. You and Mars clasp hands and tensely await their decision. Oh, God. The council shuffles to one side and deliberates. To your relief, they come to a decision quickly. They must all be unanimous or the centrists of the colony won't rise against Lum. After a minute, Instance looks up from the group and shouts, "Someone get that man off that stage!" Lum starts to laugh, but stops when he realizes that his own honor guard is coming up to the stage to cart him away. Wait, he says, as his arms are held behind his back and he's taken off stage. You can't do this! I'm the governor! I'm the leader of this godforsaken colony! You search the crowd for any hint of dissent. The soldiers are uneasy, but everyone else looks tired and relieved. You can't believe that all it took was a few kids to point out the obvious. The council returns to their positions, and Instance remains standing. We've decided to reward these young patriots for their bravery by accepting their bid for leadership, she says to the crowd. On a trial basis, she gives you a meaningful look, we're pleased to recognize our new governor. She turns to... Oh, yes! Instance turns to Mars. Marzipan! I was worried it would be Seek. I don't like them. I didn't have an opinion on them, because like I said, I haven't really spoken to them much. But then when they were like, oh, give me money, I'm like, oh, you're one of those people. Mars shrieks and jumps up and down and then gives you a big hug. We did it, she squeals. We really did it. Thank you, Yabby. Mars releases you and waves at the crowd as they cheer her name. She looks overwhelmed but bursting with happiness. Seek shuffles forward and directs Mars to place her hand on her chest and repeat after them. Watch the swearing-in ceremony. Mars swears on her honor to act in the best interests of the colony and to uphold the tenets of the Vertumna group, peace, understanding, and harmony with the planet and each other, not just for herself, but for generations to come after. It's official now! Lum is old news! You won! The two factions of the colony regard each other carefully. On one side, those who went along with Lum out of fear, either out of him or of Vertumna, are cautious, unsure of what to do now that their leader's been deposed. On the other, the peaceful faction can't quite believe their nightmare is over. Mars sees this and directs Lum's military band to start playing something festive. I know we've been through a lot, but we've been through worse, she says. Tonight, let's just enjoy being together again. Let's eat, dance, and celebrate. After the politicking is over, the crowd adjourns to the feast tables and eventually to the dance floor. The sun sets on a long day. The heat breaks and the party continues well into the night. Oh, we did it! After the festivities, Mars gives everyone 2 whole weeks off for a much-needed rest. She spends the times meeting with every colonist individually, and it does a lot to endear her to her people, who are still hesitant about having a teenager as governor. It kinda sucks that a teenager had to be the one to stand up to be governor, but we did it! Mars is the governor! We did it! We did it! We did it! Oh goodness, and with that happiness, that is where we're gonna end this episode. Next time, we need to bring up the thing to Mars, the Overseer's offer, because I think it's the only one we're gonna get. And after that, oh, who knows? We know what's gonna happen in Glow, and that's the end of it. So until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourselves, plan a coup, and have a good day.